Here we go back for a new gym workout. I've been procrastinating that all day. I mean, not necessarily procrastinating, but as I told you, with my business, kind of a lot of things going on. So I got a lot of things going on during the day, which led me to postpone the time I wanted to go to the gym because I mainly have two spots. Either it's 3 p.m. between 3 and 5. So I go to at 3 and I finish around 5. Or this is 8 to 10 p.m. or maybe 9 to 10 p.m. Actually, here it's 9 p.m. The reason being, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going back to the gym between 5 and 7. There is just so much people that's insane. So initially I wanted to go at 3 because I realized that some of the things that actually I understood with the last 2 months of training is training very late doesn't help me at all sleeping well. And so I rather what I would want to try is really trying to get my training done between 3 and 5, and then trying to rest a little bit and being able to do a little bit of work until I go to sleep. Because I believe working late is probably much easier to go to sleep after working late than after working out late. So that's kind of the thing I want to try. But today, things got in the way, to the point where it was too late to get to the gym on the early session, so I need to go on the evening session. Anyway, we'll get something done. Today, we are going on the heavy side, bench with elastic band. So PB that I need to meet is actually 143 plates. Then this is going to be squat without elastic bands. So my best so far has been 150, but I'm not. It was kind of barely 150. So if I can actually make 3 plates 140 with the squat, that's going to be already a good accomplishment. Just consolidate. As I told you last session, it's just about consolidation for this mount. I'm not trying to overstretch myself or trying to improve so much. Just consolidating the gain that I made to be ready to actually do some really great progress on the next cycle. So the goal is mainly to just reduce fatigue. And then on the hypertrophy side, I need to check it, but that might be legs and back, or maybe abs. I don't know. I need to check that. And if we don't have the same issue as last time, I would like to do a little bit of balance work. So we'll do that as well. So let's get to it. So this is how it looks, my setup with the elastic bands here. Right there. Take a look at it. So we can go pretty heavy on that. The bottom is very easy. It's just the top part that you are working. So here with 60 kilo, you don't even feel anything. But that's cool to warm up with that. Since I've done nothing else before, that's going to be, I need a good warm-up. When I get into the groove of getting back to training, I will do a little bit more of a warm-up before, especially if I do it earlier in the day also. It's just like, here I'm tired, it's really late already. I just want to get it done, validate, and we'll see later. So, 100 is going to probably be easy. I'm not going to jump right away to 140, 3 plate. I'm going to ease myself up to it, but yeah, that's where we are heading. As I told you, when I warm up, I'm primarily looking for easy reps. As soon as I start feeling that I start actually working the muscle, I stop and I move up. So 120 work probably is going to start at that point. But
Look at that. Early 120, few reps, maybe 3, 4, 5. Then 130, maybe one or two, and then the 140 for sure. Let's go.
Maintenant, c'est à vous de jouer. Donnez vos actions et les résultats suivent.
Okay. Good. I'm going to take off the free charge. It's not work until you get that off. 1 or 2 reps, 130, and then we move on to the big boy. Yeah. Big boy. I completely forgot that. I forgot to put the safety on. Which, as you go here, but that might be a good sign that I feel comfortable for the 140. But that's not a reason to take risks. Stupid. So let's get to it. 1 reps.
Pensez à utiliser les serviettes sur les machines, bancs et tapis pour nettoyer et désinfecter les équipements après chaque utilisation, se laver les mains après chaque exercice, porter des vêtements propres, utiliser...
Yeah, definitively feel easy. 150, not sure, but 140 for sure. As I said, I just want to consolidate, so I really want to test 150, but I'm going to try to do like 2 reps or 3 reps at 140 instead. I'm not going to, as I said, I want to remove fatigue, not add. And so the heavier you go, the more fatigue you're generating. So it's better that I consolidate by actually making more reps rather than going heavier. I think like this set, 1 or 2 reps, and another, that's it. We'll move on to squat just after. Don't want to overly fatigue, just validate, as I said. Consolidate the weight, reduce the nervous systemic fatigue. And that's going to be way more than good enough. One more and we're done. Let's go. Last set. 1 or 2. Don't know how tired I am, so maybe I will fail the second one, but don't care. That's the last one, so let's go. Oh, I made it. Moving on. Let's do some squat. See, being smart about how you build your session. I have the exact amount of weight that I need now for the squat, which was exactly the same for the heavy bench. Nice. Pretty much nothing to change. I've set up the warm-up bar, and let's go. Yeah, I'm not really respecting the bar, and there is very little weight. My endurance with the squat is just so low, that's a joke. 100, let's go. Same, we're going to move progressively. 100, 120, 130, 140. But without elastic bands, that's another story. We'll see. I told you, my endurance with the squat is so low that's a joke. It's like in terms of strength, I can really go and go and go with even 1 reps, just keep going. But after 3 reps, I'm dying inside. Let's go 120. Let's see if I get 2 reps and 120, that's already more than fine. Okay. Let's move to 130. But actually, this is an answer that I absolutely don't know. I looked it just something I can't find. So I have my guess, but it's obvious that the stronger you are, the more distance you're going to get. But how much? It's kind of it. Only thing that I found, the Rory seems to be able to bench about 120, about a 3.5 plate. Probably now this is more than that. I think 6 or 5 years ago, we had some viral clip of Rory making partial at 220 on the squat, just like a quarter squat. But other than that, I really don't know how much. So I'm just going to get stronger. So let's get to it. 130 cents. If I get 1 reps good, 2 reps more than enough. Let's get there. Okay. If I get 2 reps at 130, it just means that 140 is going to be easy. So funny enough, when I said 140 is going to be easy, what popped up in my mind is that was his last words. No, I don't know. But I think I can do it. So let's get to it. Wasn't that easy? And there is a lot of fear, and that's something that I really want to work on with the 140, because there is a lot of fear that I'm not going to be able to come back up. Well, maybe I have enough strength, so I'm kind of not getting as low as I should be. I think that's still validate, but it could be better. I'm getting more and more comfortable having the camera here, talking. I wasn't expecting to be that comfortable, that fast. But I mean, that's also at the time where there is no one that I know. When I'm going to be at kind of 3 p.m., there is a lot of people that I know, so they are going to ask questions. That's going to be a lot more awkward. But here is okay. I already feel my legs that are dead, so that's not a good sign. I'm going to try to get that second reps in, and I think that's going to be it. Because I kind of pushed really hard already 2 days ago with heavy squat. So yeah, my leg haven't recovered yet fully. But still past 140. Let's see if I can do it again. No, that's not validated, but I guess that's enough. That's enough. My legs are shaking already. But this one was clearly not validated. You should go way further than that. But I kind of chickened out. So actually this is back and arm normally. But arm, first of all, I don't really do arms. I don't care. Rather have bigger shoulder. And back, I want to kind of test some supersets. So I have this dumbbell just right there, and the 100 kilo. So I'm going to get the 100 kilo down and trying to row the 100 kilo, which is probably way over my strength. And then do the 25 each side and try to exhaust my muscle. Because when you want to build muscle, this is more about actual exhaustion of the muscle. And I'm going to also try to do it full range of motion, except the bar up there. This one I'm going to try to do as best as I can. That's how you get a heavy bar down. Can I actually row it? Okay, wow. Okay. Moving on. Full range of motion. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably go further than that, but that's okay. Next arm. I need to pay attention because since I'm stronger with the right side, I can easily overdo the right side compared to the left, so to be careful. Really more on the left. Weaker side, this is a good thing to actually do 1 or 2 reps each time, but no more than the stronger side, just to compensate. And once the weak side catch up, then you can go back to something more kind of equal. Actually, for the heavy deadlift, we are going to do something a little bit like that. We're going to sound a little bit partial, but I'm going to start roughly about my knee high, and then boom. But here, this is just a row. But let's do it again. As I said, we're trying to exhaust the muscle here. My grip is a limiting factor. Fuck you. Okay, let's move on to the machine. Actually, I forgot. I need to do another set. With the dumbbell. Come back, stay there. Slightly more with the left side, also because as a righty, your left side is much more kind of worked in the golf ring. Fuck you. Let's move on to some machine, and that will be it. Then we'll do a little bit of balance work. Back is enough. To be honest, those hypertrophy work that I'm doing are mainly, there is only shoulder, chest, and legs, especially hamstrings, that I'm caring a lot about. Back, arms, also abs. So this is honestly, this is this phase where that's either about removing weaknesses, or it's just to looking good. Or, to be honest, I mean, something that I really understood about high performance. Don't fly away. just get me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Is you need to be aligned with your own desire. If you try to go against what you desire deeply, you will find a way to self-sabotage yourself. And so, if that's important to you, to look good, right, just do it. Just do it. Why fighting against? For instance, also with the golf swing, that's something that I've really tried to just embrace, is the fact that I want my swing to look good. That's something that I want. There is people that just don't care. I do care. So instead of fighting against that, trying to convince myself that this is better, just to have a golf swing that works rather than a golf swing that is aesthetic, just embrace it. And so that's kind of, even though of course that's going to be a little bit, but the idea is not to obsess about it. It's just to accept that this is something that you want. That way, this is not a feeling that you are fighting against. And so, okay, over the long run, that's something I want to turn, and I'm not fighting against. But over the short term, I'm focused on what matters the most. Here, this is the same. I'm going to be honest. I'm someone that is very visual, and I want to look good, and so that's not something that I'm going to fight against, even though I never actually tried to work on it. Oh, vas-y.
Merci.
I never actually tried to work on it, but now that I'm going to the gym very consistently, why not do both? You see, and I'm not obsessing about it. It's just that in my training and working shoulder, chest, legs is something that anyway is going to help me with getting stronger on the heavy lift and getting stronger in golf, better in golf. But if the side consequence is that actually I'm looking better, why not do both? I mean, it's just about self-awareness, being aware of who you are, what you desire, what you want, and just embrace it. Just don't fight against it. But then this is just about, okay, even though that's something that is important to me, that's not the priority. There is also things that are more important to me and that I need to get done. For example, getting stronger, benching heavy, squatting heavy, deadlifting heavy, are things that are going to get me closer to my goal of swinging faster and getting to the PGA Tour. But yeah, anyway, so balance work. You're going to see me do some handstands. The idea of balance work is just to train yourself to increase your balance. Maybe something like that. Anyway, let's get to it. It's been a while since I made some handstand. Okay, so far so good. Far from enough. We'll do other things. For instance, the medicine ball. Actually, I don't know how it's called in English. But just training your reflexes. And as you get older, it's even more and more important to work on that. So. And then if you want to make it tougher, you close your eyes. Oh, not sure it's a good idea to close your eyes. I can't hold it if I close my eyes. I'm not closing my eyes here. See? I lose focus because I start talking. That's simple. That's funny. Seeing myself in the mirror kind of make me realize that I kind of go too much on one side rather than the other. It's really annoying. There's people around. I can't talk really loudly. Hope you can hear me, even though they have their headphone on. You work all the little muscles here. And if you want to kill yourself, just do it on your feet. Let's try to close your eyes. No. Closing my eyes is the limit. Didn't forget my water today. Right. Final run, and then we'll go back home. That hurt so bad, my wrist. Not used to do that anymore. Medicine bar, let's go. My balance is still good. I was worried. That's because I haven't really worked on it forever. It was going to be really bad. But actually, it isn't that bad. Oh, it is. Yeah, I'm still getting tired. I think it's time to go back home, watch some TV show, and go to sleep. Let's go.
Well, that was a good session. Wasn't expecting that, honestly. I didn't want to come, but managed 140 on the bench with elastic band, 140 with the squat. The first one was good. It was a very good validated squat. Second one, I was kind of chickened out. A little fear that I wasn't coming up. so yeah, it wasn't really a good one on the second one. Then rows and yeah, I mean, but as I said, I don't really do arms, first of all, because my arms are kind of naturally not big, but good enough. And I mean, the work that I need to get in order for me to, that's primarily, I don't really see how biceps help, to be honest, with the goal swing. Just don't. So the triceps, kind of working it with the bench, and that's it. I don't know. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe that's something I need to take a little bit more seriously, having bigger arms, but doesn't seem to be something that is very important either to me or to golf. So anyway, as I said, for me, shoulder, because I think that both, this is very aesthetic as a man to have big shoulders, and second, this is very important as a golfer to have strong shoulders. So that's something I pay attention. Chest, same. It's both aesthetic, but also it's going to help with the bench. So that's cool. And yeah, and also on the balance side, so I wanted to just do a little bit. I think I need to do it more consistently from now on, because when I was, first of all, maybe you don't know, but I had a lot of gymnastic when I was younger, during my teenage and even earlier during school. And so that was kind of something I never had to work on. I was always very aware of my body, not having a very well balanced as well. As I said, when I was younger, I was just to have fun trying to hold my handstand for as long as I possibly can. I was easily getting above 2-minute marks upside down. So yeah, balance was never very an issue. But as you get older, as I said, as you get older, balance kind of start getting an issue. And that's not really because there is a lot of things that people are saying that because you get older, you are losing stuff. But I also think that as you get older, and that's not because you are getting older, that's just the way our life works, you are moving less. You're doing less sport, less sports that are actually putting you at risk, and that less sports that are unstable and so on. And because you're doing less and less and less of those, your body starts to rigidify. You have a less and less awareness of your body, so you get even more fearful of falling and so on. So that's, and yeah, I mean, that may be just a subconscious thing here going on, where it's because you're afraid of getting hurt that you're avoiding those things that put you at risk. But because you're avoiding those things that put you at risk, your body starts losing the skill to handle those situations, and therefore you're getting even more at risk to get injured. And so that's why it's important to start, as you get older, to keep working on those things that are much more that create instability, getting you out of your comfort zone and so on. Not just get stronger, but also more keep your body awareness. That's very important. Keeping an awareness of the equilibrium that you have in your body. And that's kind of it. Yeah, so I'm cutting the video each time where I arrive to park my car because it's a matter of precision. I don't have a lot of space to get things done, so I have to be focused. Anyway, so good session. Tomorrow we are going to get back on golf. Actually, I'm going to do 9 hole with my friend. So I don't know if I'm going to film it. It's going to depend on the weather as well. But for sure, after we are going to make a session where we are going to work on what we have on the following of yesterday. Because yesterday it was kind of interesting. I realized that's also something. Each time where I stop the recording and I'm not happy with the result of what I got, I keep hitting ball. And yesterday was exactly that. I wasn't happy. And so what I realized is once I get wide and start coming down, it's about, I was trying to kind of get wide and release the club. But where I was right is, yes, from the top, you stay shut and you kind of throw the arm. But as you throw the arm, you kind of build the leg towards the ball. And I think that was, I was throwing the arm, but also trying to throw the club at the same time, which I kind of caused some issue in terms of dynamics in the golf swing, it seems. And so, so I tried that with, when I throw the arm, actually trying to build as much lag as I possibly can while I'm really pressuring into the ground. And the pressure into the ground creates as a reaction, a rotation of the hips anyway. And it seems that it's actually helped me a lot to get faster with more ease. Because what was very confusing yesterday is the fact that even with more effort, I wasn't getting faster. And so that's where I realized it was something that wasn't actually perfect. But I mean, that's the core foundation. As I said, I made it. Now I know exactly what I need to do. It's just that there is minor detail here and there that I need to figure out, which we will have plenty of time to do that throughout the year. But the core foundation of the swing, the core dynamic now is there. And working with the speed stick is going to help as well figure that out. There is a kind of sensation with the movement back. Something also with the wrist, because honestly, that's kissing. That's something with the. I told you that there is a vertical wrist and then the kind of hinge of the wrist. And so when you load on the right side, and then I was kind of going vertical here, but the vertical aspect like this is something that I absolutely have validated. That there is no shadow in my mind. But I wasn't sure about the wrist hinge because I was trying to get a lot more vertical, but it seems that it's kind of causing a lot of issue when I do that. Where maybe I was doing it the wrong way. The idea of the wrist set is the key, but the vertical aspect is not with the wrist hinge, it's actually with my spine. And so that's also something, because I know that I need to kind of increase the left side bend and so on, but I wasn't able to kind of doing the way I wanted to do. And so I think the introduction of the wrist hinge that I was doing might be the issue. And that honestly, to be honest, that was something I wasn't sure about. The vertical reset, I'm 100% sure about. Then getting wide, full shoulder rotation, upper extension of the left arm, all of that, I'm 100% certain, just that there is here and there little subtleties that I still need to figure out. But as I said, we will get there. I'm highly confident that by the end of the year, we will have a swing that is very close to Rory swing and hopefully as powerful as Rory swing. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.